Oh boy. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. What's up, everybody? Here we are. Well, okay. False start. We're already off to a bad start. Okay? What's up, everybody? You know what? Now I'm not feeling good. So, look. This is a good lesson for all of us to learn. Not everything goes as planned. Okay? Let's start all over again, guys. Okay? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Takeover. This is going strong. All right? This is going strong. See how I did that? I put the past behind me. I go, you know what? Rough start. False start. We got a penalty on that. We're redoing it. Okay? Then we have to redo to that. We're not thinking about, it's going to be 15 yards now to get a first down. We're not thinking like that. We're thinking about how we're still going to get the first down. Okay? This is a great analogy for life. Sometimes we have false starts. Sometimes we have penalties. Sometimes we have face masks. Sometimes we hold. Sometimes we're holding. Sometimes we're holding ourselves back. Look at that. I just made that up. I just made that up right now. I literally just made that up at the top of my head. The cuff, I don't know what it is. I don't know a lot of things, but it doesn't matter. I'm still going to succeed because I keep going forward. We had a rough start, but I started correctly. It's like, welcome to the Takeover. Is this week 6? Is it week 7? Am I confused a little bit? No, I'm not. This is week 8. I know it's week 8. I'm a little confused because I'm recording 2 episodes in 1 week because I got to go to Vegas for a whole week, and I'm not going to be in town to record episode 8, so I got to do it right now, late at night, unexpected. I'm recording for you. Because guess what? Sometimes we have to change our game plan, right? Sometimes things don't go as planned. Kind of how this episode started. The episode was a false start. We false started this episode. Listen, people are going to make mistakes. It's very hard to go a whole game without any penalties. It really is. It's really hard to go a whole game with no penalties. But we're going to do it, okay? We're not going to do it this week. Obviously, we started, but there's other weeks. I think last week we probably had no penalties. We had our offensive coordinator here with us. Now, some weeks I think that I'll have a defensive coordinator, and then other weeks I'll have an assistant coach. Maybe I'll have a line coach or a quarterback coach. It depends. You'll never know the real names. Maybe you'll recognize their voices, but I think that's a new thing that we're gonna do to the Takeover. I think it's good for us. You guys could tell me hashtag the Takeover Pod, and tweet it or Instagram, whatever you want, and let me know what you think about that because we work as a team here. This isn't like other podcasts. I'm not doing it on my own. We're here as a team. I'm your coach, and I can coach you, but I also can learn things from you. I can learn how we can get better. Because I'm going to see what your skills are, and then I'm going to make adjustments. I'm going to make game plan adjustments. Okay? So last week it was exciting. We had our offensive coordinator. This week I don't have any assistants with me. Okay? Now I know what you're thinking. You're already thinking, Michael, is it possible that you would actually have some players? Would you actually have some of the team players on the podcast? It's not a no. But right now, I want you guys to focus on the game plan, and that's your life, and being driven and being a better person. Did we recycle this week? Are we recycling? Okay? Now, think about this. Do I recycle? I don't think about it a lot. I try to. But am I guilty of not being a good recycler? Of course I am. So let's try to be better at recycling. We're going to recycle this week. Let's try to be mindful of that. Do we have plastic around? Let's make sure that it goes in the plastic bin. Let's make sure it goes into the recycle bin. Let's not just throw things away without thinking about it. Which is also kind of annoying that we live in a world where we have to think about what we're throwing away. Oh, can I throw this away? For instance, Whole Foods, all right? I'm at Whole Foods the other day. I'm being a team player. I'm at the food bar. I like the food bar. By the way, all the Whole Foods have different food bars. There's no consistency there. That's kind of a good game plan because you never know what you're going to get. You're like, okay, what are they bringing to the table? You don't know. That's why they're kind of winning. I think of grocery stores, Whole Foods is one of the winners. I would put it ahead of Trader Joe's for sure. Whole Foods is across the country. Trader Joe's is almost. But then in each region, there's different types. Like out in LA, we have Ralph's. On the East Coast, if you're from Florida, we have Publix. Bro, I'll tell you right now, Publix is the champion. Publix is the New England Patriots of grocery stores. Now, if you disagree with me right now, we'll have a team meeting. We'll talk about it. You can message the Takeover pod and we could discuss it like adults, but we'll get by it because right now our main goal is to win the championship. Okay, right? Listen, there's a lot of us. You can disagree on things, right? We can all disagree. We can have disagreements, but we have to be adults when we discuss it. But I'm telling you right now, as your leader and your coach, okay, if we're going to get through this and we're going to win championships, Publix is the way to be. Publix has, first of all, their subs. I don't know where else a Publix is. I think they have them a little. I think it's the Southeast. I think it's like an SCC. I think Publix is like Alabama. It pretty much dominates the Southeast, okay? Whole Foods wins out on the West, but Publix is number one for sure. They got their cookies. Bro, don't even fuck. Don't even fuck around with this, okay? If you want to be healthy and you want to be ripped and you want to be successful and you want to be a model, you can't play with their cookies. That's how good they are. I have friends that I lost some of my friends to Publix cookies. I mean, some of these cookies, I've had a friend lose his house and his family over Publix cookies. It's true. It sounds like I'm making it up. I swear to God, he got divorced because he kept eating so many cookies. He got fat. His wife wasn't attracted to him anymore, so they got divorced. That messed up the kids. Even the kids, when they were around him, they felt his negative energy. They didn't feel like there was anything. It wasn't fun to be around him. He lost it all because of chocolate chip cookies from Publix. So that's how dominant Publix is. Out here, Whole Foods, I feel like beats Trader Joe's. It definitely beats Ralph's. Actually, I think Trader Joe's is in third. Ralph's is second. If I'm going to order them in rank, Whole Foods, Ralph's, Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's gets real old quick. Trader Joe's is like a young quarterback that comes in and you're like, wow, he's playing good. And then by week 8, everybody knows him and he's starting to throw more picks. We're like, oh, we just needed film. I just needed to walk around Trader Joe's a bunch of times. And then I'm like, this is just the same shit, bro. You're not tricking me. I'm over this. I'm over it. Okay? I'm over your bullshit, Trader, Mr. Joe. I'm over it. I'm not going to fall for it anymore. You do sometimes surprise me with like, ooh, they got this new bag of chips that has chocolate and cheese in it. You're like, what? That's disgusting. No, it's good. So it's like, oh, they had a good play, right? They made a good play. So getting back to the game plan, man. We're going to be the best. We're going to have disagreements. We're going to be fine. Okay? Why did I even get into the grocery store ranking? There was a reason. Oh, because we want to dominate like Whole Foods. Whole Foods go in the hot bar. See, I remembered. If I had a coordinator here, he would remind me. So that's why I need the coordinator around sometimes to remind me. But the hot bar, it's always a little different. But going back to the hot bar, all right, you're eating. I got the food. This is what I was going to tell you about. Oh, because recycling. Look at that. We found our way back. We found our way back on our own. Okay? That's a big win today. We already have a big win. Finding our way on our own. I did it. I'm really proud of myself because it's a recycling. That's why I brought up Whole Foods. I was able to trace my steps back. Listen, I'm not on your page, guys. I can't just rewind. This is live. For me, it's live. It's not for you. For you, it's not live. But for me, it's live. This is live. I'm living life. I'm alive. I'm alive right now, and I'm just going at it. I'm going into it. Just stream of consciousness. You know what? Sometimes if I don't drink enough water, I say words weird. I just got off stage too. I had a show. It was fun. So here we are. I'm still in that heated excitement, I guess. But either way, so back to the recycling. We want to be better at recycling. I'm confused at Whole Foods, okay? I leave Whole Foods, they got fucking 3 bins. There's a blue one, a green one, and a brown one. They all say deposit stuff, foods. I don't know, man. I'm just throwing it in there. I'm not thinking about it. It's actually really frustrating. So, you know what? They got to fix something there. They got to really fix. Management needs to have a meeting, and they need to like make some adjustments, because that's going to cause some losses. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you they're not going undefeated. Not with that mentality. They're trying too hard. If you try too hard, you're not going to always succeed. You can't try too hard. Let it come to you. Like, be what you are. Keep working at it, and let it come. It will come together. It really will. And I don't know if that's necessarily true for every profession, or whatever you guys are doing out there. You're building sandcastles, or you're fucking doing exercise aerobics classes and you run it or something. Whatever. The more you do it, it comes to you, and then it becomes one. It becomes a champion. It becomes very successful, because you're not trying too hard to really push it out there. So I don't know. Maybe Whole Foods is like, we're so good, we want to recycle exactly the right way, and you're confusing all of us. All of us are confused at Whole Foods. Like, I don't know. I'll tweet it right now. I'll be like, hey, Whole Foods, we're so confused by what we're supposed to recycle. That's going to be a tweet. We'll see how it goes. Hey, Whole Foods. That's how I'll start it. Hey, Whole Foods. We're confused about how to recycle. And then I said it. I said, hey, Whole Foods, we're confused about how to recycle at your store. And I mean, they're like, it's just like too many bins. Too many bins. Is that what they are? Sure. Let's see. You know what's funny? Sometimes you get scared to tweet things because you're like, people are going to make fun. We can't let them make fun and ruin your mood. Okay? So, whatever. We're going to recycle. I guess that's what we got to do. I got to do better at it. Everybody's got to do better at it. Okay? So, we all got to do better at something. And that's what we're going to do better at. What else, guys? I mean, I like how, oh no. You know what I just noticed? God damn it. You know what fucking pisses me off? And I know you don't like to see me like this. Sometimes I do get mad. But like my jeans, you know where my penis is? My crotch area? They, you wear jeans a lot. They start to get holes right there at the bottom part. I've already had to fix these fucking jeans once before. Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to swear. So my mom listens to this podcast now. It's just like, now I got to be aware of what I'm saying. She really gets on top of everything. I mean, like, she calls me today. Okay, listen, she calls me today. I give her it. I give her the phone call. You know what I mean? And we don't do this a lot. We'll have quick conversations. We spoke on the phone for 47 minutes. I looked afterwards. For her, it probably seemed like 5. For me, it probably seemed like 2 hours. But on my phone, it was 47 minutes. Mom, that's a joke. I'm exaggerating. I don't need you to call me. I don't need you to be, Michael, that wasn't nice. What? Oh, don't do that. She's a little dramatic, and she makes a bigger issue about things that aren't an issue. And we even spoke about that today. And you know what, Mom? I might make a clip. I might make this one of my podcast clips. And this isn't embarrassing, all right? I'm just telling them a story about us on the phone. Don't get upset. I don't need you to text me. By the way, if you do text me about this post, then you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to post the text. And we got to be honest, Instagram loves it. Instagram loves the text messages between you and I. So just be aware of that before you come at me. Now, I'm not being mean, Mom. I'm not being mean, Mom. I'm just explaining. It was a simple joke. It was a 47-minute phone call. Felt like 2 hours for me. For you, probably 5 minutes. Ha ha. Simple joke. No feelings hurt. Okay? That's it. But you do make a bigger issue about things that aren't that big. Like what was it today? Oh, the health insurance. Relax. We don't need. Okay, Mom, I told you. What are you worried about? Now, if something happens to me, people will make Chris pay for the bills. We're gonna be fine. Or like, today, the other day she texted me. She goes, Michael, there's gonna be a new rule when you go through TSA, you have to have a star in the top right corner of your license. So make sure you get that done. October 2020. I'm like, Mom. If it has to do with traveling, don't you think that I'm going to find out about it and have that taken care of before I run into a problem since I travel so much? Don't you think that I'm going to have that taken care of? I think that's my specialty. I don't, Mom, how about this, Mom? I don't call you and go, hey, Mom, did you hear what's going on in hospitals? You're going to have to wear gloves even when you open the door, when you enter the building. Like, you would know that before. That's not a rule, by the way. But I'm saying if that was a ridiculous rule that hospitals had, you would know that before I would because you work in a hospital, right? I think I'm right. That's all I'm saying. I think I'm right. So, by the way, only 2 likes on the tweet so far, and it's been 3 minutes. So, three likes and a retweet already in 3 minutes. So, I mean, it's slow. It's not that great. It's not that great of a tweet. We find out together. You know what I mean? I'm a comic. I'm a coach. You learn. So, wow, right out the gate. I like my energy up top. I do like my energy today. I like my energy a lot. Like, okay, for instance, last week when I had the coordinator on, you remember I was feeling gray and stuff? I did an episode, and I think I said it on that episode. I recorded a whole episode, went home, watched it, and hated it. I threw it away. I was like, I didn't like my energy. So I redid it. And that's kind of like practice if you think about it. Like, listen, each team, they show up each week. They're practicing. They're preparing for whoever their opponent is. They're getting ready for it. So that's kind of like what that was for me. I was preparing. I was like, hey, you know what? This energy's not going to work. I can't be a good coach. If I'm not a good coach, these people are not going to be good players. And you guys need me. As much as I need you, you need me. We all need each other because that's what teams are about. Okay, so I fucking came out and I go, you know what? I need a coordinator. He's going to have to do some of the heavy lifting. And that's why there's so many coaches on any roster, because you never know. Okay? You just really never know. Guys? So I needed that. But this week, I feel like right out the gates we're scoring. I feel like we came out and we're up 21-0 already. I love it. I'm having a good time. There's good energy. Listen, it was a last minute podcast record because of scheduling purposes, and I know I've mentioned that already. But like, I'm apologizing for not wearing any South Florida apparel. Like, I'm not wearing a Marlins or Dolphins shirt, which I should be. I'm just wearing a hoodie, and you know what? I'm a little underdressed, but you know what? I'm Bill Belichicking it right now. I'm Bill Belichicking it, and hail to the greatest football coach of all time. Is he the rival team in my division? If you're a Dolphins fan, yes, but I still pay my respects. I still listen. Let's remember this, guys. We might not like somebody. We might not like anything about them, but we still respect the game and respect what they've done. Right? There's someone you work with you don't like. Are they a good worker though? You gotta respect that. You might not like them, but you gotta respect that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people I don't like, but I respect them. They're good comics. Hey, there's a lot of good comedians. I might not like them, but guess what? I respect them as a comedian. I go, that motherfucker's got a good act. He's got a good act. He's got his act together. You know what, dude? We're going to have our acts together, okay? So that's what we're going to learn, too. We're going to respect other people we don't like. Let's do that. We're going to recycle and respect people we don't like. I think it's good. It's positive. It's positive. It's good to say positive. My mom also said on the phone, she goes, I love that you have this positive motivation podcast because it's just, you know, your dad's side of the family, you know, they're so negative. So you get the positive from me. Mom, do not take credit. Do not take credit for this. Do not take credit for this. It's both of you. You both did it. Maybe Manny Fresh. My dad's name is Manny. So Manny Fresh, we would call him. That's what my friends in high school and college would call Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh had a sense of humor, Mom. And I'm not saying you didn't, Mom. I'm not saying you didn't have a sense of humor. You are a positive lady. We do love it. You're very positive, and you've been through a lot in your life, and you've overcame a lot, and that's great. You still have a positive attitude. Because we brought up the previous episodes where I talked about my cousin. Remember her? Like her getting upset. Like where I was like, listen, this girl had a great life. If you grew up a white middle class American, I don't want to hear you complain about some bullshit. I'm not saying heavy shit, not like if your health issues. I'm saying bullshit like, oh, they don't keep in touch. Bullshit. You had a fucking great life. Shut the fuck up. Don't be complaining about shit like that. We don't want that in our locker room, okay? There's so many people who didn't have the opportunities you had or the life you had. So don't bring it to the table, okay? We don't want to hear that shit. You want to complain about something? Go fucking do it to a pillow or your therapist. But if you had a good life, I don't want to fucking go vent to your friends or some shit. But don't put that negative energy in anyone else's world, especially if you're not looking at all the great shit you have. Are you healthy? Do you have a job? Did you have a good family? Did you grow up what are you complaining about? You know how lucky you are? You grew up in America? Get out of here. Let's think about what we have, guys. What do we really have? If you're listening to this podcast and you laughed at any point during this podcast, what are we fucking complaining about? You have a good life. The fact that you could just listen to a podcast on your phone or in your car on the way to go do something else, that's unbelievable. That you have this life of freedom to just do shit like that. Let's not complain about bullshit. It's hard to. I know that there's things that happen and we get upset about it and it's hard. But how about this? Maybe put this podcast on during one of those moments and remind yourself and be like, okay, you know what? It's not that big of a deal. I got upset. Dude, I got upset the other day at the way I heard someone say something and it upset me. And it's stupid that it upset me. It's stupid because that's not the winning formula. That's not how we win Super Bowls. Tom Brady doesn't get upset at people. He doesn't. Joe Montana never got upset at people. You ever hear those stories about these quarterbacks, these great quarterbacks in the huddle on game-winning drives? Joe Montana, game-winning drive huddle, one time was saying something. He's like, this is the play. This is the play we're going to do. And then he looks over the guy's shoulder and goes, oh, my God, is that John Candy in the crowd? John Candy, rest in peace, one of the greatest comedic actors of all time, was a huge actor back then in the 80s. He made that joke because you know what? He's having a good time, even in serious moments. So let's always having a good time. So let's remember that. Hey, Mom. Good job. Good job for adding exposure to the podcast, if that's the word. I don't know. What else, guys? Oh, yeah. Again, let's plug some shows. There's only one so far. I swear to God, there's more coming. It takes some time. But Laugh Boston. If you're out there and you're in Boston or Connecticut or anywhere close enough, February 12th, get your tickets. MichaelLenoci.com. Again, if you buy tickets and screenshot, I'll send you merch. Just hit me up. Let me know what you want. I'll be excited if you wear it there. I'll also have I have some Michael Lenoci calendars coming for November, December. So that will be exciting. I'll send those out to anyone who is purchasing tickets to a show, but those will also be for sale on my website. And on the calendars, they will have my birthday, Wade the dog's birthday, and my stand-up comedy birthday. So I hope you enjoy that. And when those come out, I'll obviously promote it more. But let's get back into more teamwork stuff with the 5 stars. 5 stars are going great. I mean, I'll look at it right now. I could look at it right now live in the studio. I could check it out. I could be like, okay, where are we at? Where are we at? It didn't update any from last. Oh, because that episode that I was talking about, it was recent, but it still says only 50. We got to step it up, guys. Let's go. 5 stars. And that's that. 5 stars. Tell me what episode in the review. Write whatever you want. We right now, listen, we're 7-0. We're going on 8-0. We're undefeated. We're getting the undefeated podcast. We're getting some of those. Tell me what episode. What episode did you decide to leave your review? This was Monday, actually. The world's #1 single man podcast. I think I read that one actually last week. Either way, man, we love the support. We appreciate it. It's fun. We're having a fun time. Bad tweet. It's a bad tweet. It's officially a bad tweet. It's officially a bad. Why is it bad? 4 likes, 1 retweet in 12 minutes. It could be because of what time it is. It's almost midnight. But listen, we take losses all the time. You know why I tweeted that? I tweeted it to let you know that not everybody's perfect. Look at that. Even I do shitty content. I do shitty content quite often. For every banger, there will be subpar posts. And that's something comedians think about. And it's just like, whatever. It's fucking social media. Who cares? Mom, sorry about the F words. I'm hyped up, okay? And you know what, Mom? If you're going to be a part of this team, then you got to be ready for this, okay? Because that's how we talk here when we want to win. We get hyped up. You're in the huddle, Mom. So don't complain about an F word, okay? You understand? Get with it. It's just a word. Again, it's an example of you making something bigger than what it has to be. It's just a word, Mom. That's how we hype people up. Sometimes the coach has got to come in the locker room and we're down a little bit. Maybe we did start off slow. We had a penalty. Maybe we had a slow start, so I have to build the team up. So don't get mad about that. Anyways, fuck. What was I talking about? Oh, I have a bad tweet. I make bad content. Sometimes I make mistakes. It's fine. You know why? Not that this is the quote of the week, but I read something that says, the one thing in 3 words I could sum up what I've learned about life. Life goes on. Isn't that magical? Isn't that magical when you think about it? Maybe not magical. Isn't that sad when you think about it? Maybe not sad. Isn't it just like, wow, that's reality? A guy said, and I don't know who the guy is. Doesn't matter. We're bringing it to the table. In 3 words, he could sum up one of the most important things he learned in life, that life goes on. Nothing will ever matter. That's how I look at it. I look at it, nothing matters. Although things do affect me, they affect everyone, but I like to have the mentality of like nothing really does matter. Because listen, man, even the most important people die and we all go on and we stop thinking about like whatever they were doing. Like that's crazy. A president dies, his work was... It's in the moment. In the moment is what that matters. That's it. You got to enjoy the moment you have, and that's it. Because when you die, people mourn, but it's not for a long time. It's not for a long time. They go on with their lives. All right? Listen, man. I hate to say this, but like somebody brought it up the other day. It's like, okay, LeBron James is going into season 17. When he's done playing basketball, it's over, bro. He'll never be like Michael Jordan isn't as famous as he was while he was playing. And LeBron James won't be as famous as he is while he's playing. He wants to be. He'll try to keep going with other stuff. But, like, your moment is there. Live it and enjoy it while you have it. And it's just, like, enjoy what you have right now in front of you. Because when you die or when that ever happens, for hopefully not for a long time for all of us, people will mourn that for a day or 2 or a week. But then it's done. Everybody goes like I don't think about Robin Williams or Michael Jackson's death anymore. Like I'm just like, oh, I got my own shit to do. It's like nothing. That's when you realize life, nothing matters. Nothing fucking matters. We have no clue. Like eventually, think about this. This is even crazier. Eventually, the Earth's not going to be here anymore. It's going to disintegrate. Then nothing really matters. Who cares what history? Who cares what history there was? Who cares what your mark was on this earth? You know what I mean? That's fucking deep. That's deep to really think about. You got to like, man, I saw someone post about how like they lost someone they loved. And I see this a lot when someone loses someone. They'll be like, call whoever it is and tell them you love them. You never forget they know. Like I talked to my mom today. We said I love you. But like that, sometimes I feel bad for that because I'm thinking like, oh, do they feel guilty that they didn't tell that person they love them enough? Like, everybody's going to die. Like, if I died tomorrow, I know my parents love me. I know. I wouldn't want them to be like, man, I hope he knew. I know that they care for me the most. You know what I mean? And they know that that's the same way. I know that if I died, all my friends, they would be upset. I know that they would move on. But I know that they all did care about me, and they also hated me. And I know that is true for my family. But they would all move on. I would expect them to. I would never want to die and then someone to just, their life goes to shit. That would suck. Because then we're losing 2 lives. Maybe you inspire someone if you die. I don't know. I hope we're not getting too deep and sad here. We'll stay on course. We got to win. Okay? We're going to win as we do every week. Dude, I'm feeling this. Listen, I'm confused about why did I just say that? That's so weird how your brain... I was reading the tweet and then I said we're confused. I go, no, we're not confused. But I'm feeling really good about this podcast right now. This is one of my favorite episodes right now. I wonder if you guys feed off of how I feel. That would be kind of crazy because like it's not like stand-up is a live performance. And sometimes like if I was bringing this energy on stage, you guys would feel it and we would be like vibing and we'd be having a good time. I wonder if that's how podcasts work. That's kind of cool if it does. because this right now already, the way we started, I thought that was fun. I'm having a blast. And to be honest, you know how I have my notepad? Look at this. I mean, you can't. If some of you watch it, I prefer you to listen to it, to be honest, because that's what helps me. It helps it generate, more popularity is through the listens, and to make it a more popular podcast. But if we keep winning, it's going to be popular. Don't worry. But if you're watching, see how I have the yellow notepad? Like I always have, a page full of notes each week, right? And then this week I have 2 things written down, and one of them is talking to my mom on the phone, which we've pretty much covered. But then I obviously wrote down the quote of the week, which we haven't even gotten into yet. But that's crazy. Everything else, this has all just been like I'm going into it, because also, which I didn't want to. Sometimes as much as this podcast is real, it's real. We're here. We're in the moment. This is real life, and I really am want to uplift everyone and be positive, as much as real as this is, and as much as it is a podcast, and it is a motivational podcast. But I'm your coach. Like that whole thing. I'm not gonna say it like, oh, is this real? Yeah, it's real. As much as that is. In the moment, I'm going to be real about something else. I want to go see the Joker. I want to go see the Joker after this. There's a 12:15 we think. We're really confused. So I'm going to go see it with my buddy Ian. He's not a coordinator. He's not on the team. He's not on another team. He's not an enemy. But I'm going to go see it with him. And I looked online. I typed in the Grove movie theaters, and it said there's a 12:15 Joker movie. So I said, okay. Let's go see that one, but let me try to buy it online. Then I try to buy it online, and when I click the Fandango, whatever is it? Is it Fandango? I'll just look, man. I need a coordinator here right now. You know what I mean? So, okay, so right here it says at the Grove, there's a 12:15. So if I click it, it's Fandango. If I click Fandango, the 12:15 one, when it pops up, it doesn't let me. There's no option. There's no option for the 12:15. There's none. So it's like, who's doing this? Why are they doing this to us? And then if I go to movietickets.com, there's none. There's no 12:15 one, because technically I know that that's the next day, but the next day ones, they don't have anything till the afternoon. So this is now, we're getting a little confused. So then then me and Ian are like, well, maybe they don't want you buying that online because they just added it, so that you just have to be there for it. So maybe that's what's happening. So we're going to go meet there at 12, which is in like 20 minutes, and hopefully we get in to see the Joker, which I'm hearing great things about. Now, we're not going to go into the Joker, because then our mind is not set on what we're supposed to do, and that's to win and recycle better and choose the grocery store that's going to help us become the best we can be, even if we have a false start. And that's probably going to be this week's episode. I like naming the episode during the episode, and that's why this one's going to be called False Start, because sometimes we have a false start. It's fun. It's fun to do it like that. Now, here we go. Let's get in. Let's get it going. Let's get going to the quote of the week. We're flying, guys. We're flying. You know what that means? We're building chemistry. We're building good chemistry. Right now, the chemistry in the locker room is beautiful. It's unbelievable. Shout out to the fam. There they are. That's my mom, my dad, and my sister, and me. Now, it's not just them. We've had plenty of goldfish and hamsters and iguanas and rabbits and dogs. Rest in peace, Blaze. Blaze is one of the greatest dogs ever to live. We'll go We'll go into him more later on in life, if I remember. We had Noel, and then we have Wade, and my dad had Kobo. He was there for a brief second, and my sister had DJ. They're long gone. And then my sister's husband, she's got a husband, and then that's Frank, and then she's got 2 kids, Tyler and Brady. So that's the core of the family. Now that's the front office. That's the front office coach. Okay? We got the front office, we got the coach, and we're strong. We're a strong team. So now we get to our quote of the week. Quote of the week. And now listen, I'll tell you the quote of the week, and I'm not gonna say it's my favorite one. Because the previous quotes of the week, I was like, this one's, I love these. I love these, and that's why I picked them. This one is okay, but I think it's important, and I think it matches. I mean, you're going to love it. I think it matches with what's going on this week in this week's game. Okay? So I'm going to read it. I'm going to try to be good at reading. Okay? I'll never need reading glasses. That's great to know, because even if my eyes go, I don't read books. Let's just put that out there. I do read plays, and I read other defenses because we're going to win. All right, here it is, the quote of the week. I hope are you guys, if you're driving, I want 2 hands on the wheels during this. I swear to God. I'm not even trying to be funny. If you're driving and you're relaxed, it's not going to work. I want your hands at, I want it at 10 and 2. 10 and 2. Put your hands at 10 and 2. I'm not, how about this? I'm not starting until you do. And you're being fussy right now. Maybe you're tweeting, you're texting or something. Put your fucking hands at 10 and 2, and then we'll do this. Okay? I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? Put them at 10 and 2. If you're at the gym or something, if you're at the gym, I want you to stop. I want you to wait until you're in between sets. Okay? I'm giving you time. So 10 and 2. We got everyone at 10 and 2 right now. And now we're just waiting for you guys, if you're working out, to finish your set. I want you in between sets. If you're running, then if you're doing a long distance run, I'll let it slide. But if you're doing like sprints or something, I'm going to wait. I want you to stop for this part. Okay? If you're stretching, just stop stretching for a second. Okay? If you're watching on YouTube, don't be hooking up or shit. None of that. Just like, if you're watching on YouTube, I want both your hands on the desk or whatever. I just want your hands on your lap or something. Okay? Is everybody ready? This is the quote of the week. A great attitude becomes a great day, becomes a great month, which becomes a great year, which becomes a great life. A great attitude becomes a great day. And then that becomes a great month. And that becomes a great year. And that becomes a great life. Now you can see why it's not my favorite. Because it kind of seems like it's, yeah, obviously. Because now it's just doing math for us. And so I feel like it's like, all right, quote. Hey, quote. I don't need you to do math. Also, a great day becomes a great week. Why are we skipping over week? Are we not respecting week? And I don't want to sit here and break down the quotes because I pick them. But, like, why are we going from day to month? Let's go from day to week and then week to month. You could have made this quote longer. They probably had that originally, and then somebody was like, we got to edit this quote. So we got to take something out. And they were like, well, you can't take month out because the month is very important to the year. You obviously can't take year out because year is the most important to a whole life because we even measure a life in years. We measure a life in years, and we for sure measure a year in months. So we got to get rid of week. We're not going to get rid of day because you got to start with a day. So that's why I think they got rid of week. So they're like, if we have to edit something, we don't need week. They're like, hey, a great attitude becomes a great day, which is true, right? You could wake up and you could start this podcast and you're already having a great attitude, right? You have a great attitude, so now your day is already great. Now we know that a great day could lead to another great day, which leads to a great week. Let's all agree on that. And we know if you have a great week, you could have a great 2 weeks. You could even have a great 3 weeks and have one bad week. That's still a great month. Now, if you have a couple great months and maybe one bad month, you're still having a great year. So if you're having great years, even with a couple bad years, you're still having a great life. But you could see how they probably edited out the weeks. The weeks is not as important as the day because you got to start with the great day. But it all starts with the great attitude. The great attitude, great day. Great day, great month. Great month, great year, great life. Makes sense. But my brain had to break down this whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? So that's why it wasn't necessarily one of my favorite quotes. But it just kind of goes into what we were talking about this week. We had a false start. We started off rough. But we came back. We're like, you know what? We're still going to get the first down. And what's the first down lead to? Getting closer to a scoring drive. And what's a scoring drive mean? Mean closer to winning. Okay? If I had to break it in that analogy, hey, good play equals good first down. More first downs equal good drive. Good drives equal good offense. Good offense equals more points. More points equals winning. All right. That wasn't as smooth as I liked it to be. If I had to break it down, but you know what I mean. A good play leads to a good drive, leads to a good score. Good scores equal good game. That would be cleaned up. See, I edited out. I edited out some things that weren't needed, kind of like how they did. So if you think about that, that's pretty cool and ballsy. Guys, 5-star reviews. Let's not forget about these. They're not matching up to what the listens are. So somebody out there is being lazy. And listen, I'm not saying you are bad or you're a bad person, but like, hey, get with it. We got to have you. We need you. We need you. We need everybody to do their job if we're going to win the Super Bowl, if we're going to win the championship. And I think that also as time goes on, it's football season. I'm going to be doing a lot of football analogies. When we move to basketball season, I'll do basketball analogies. And when there's that little moment when there's no basketball or football and we're only doing baseball, I'll do some baseball. I love baseball. It was my first love. I grew up loving baseball. That's what I wanted to be. I was going to be a professional baseball player. But you know what? Football and basketball are my love now. Those are my number 1 and number 2. So I hope you guys are cool with that. So I hope you like the coordinator too. I hope you liked my offensive coordinator, and he's it. Now, some of you, if you're not with it, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. Listen, on a team, not everybody's going to get along. It's like a fraternity, or if you work in a big place like a school or a hospital, wherever you work, not everybody's going to always vibe with each other. But we still make it work. We still can make it work. Okay? Could you hear that? I scratched. I got a beard. I got a beard right now, and it will be gone next episode. But guys, we're strong. 8-0. Sorry about the shorter episode this week. It's just, we're traveling a lot. We're going to be traveling a lot in November. I'm going to a lot of places. So if you're a big fan, I'll be with Chris. We're finishing up the Follow the Leader tour. So we got a lot of dates coming up in November. You probably already know. If you haven't, there's still tickets left to some cities, but it's going to be exciting. Again, so because of scheduling, I just had to get this episode in. But I got to be honest, this is one of my favorite episodes I've ever done. Like, I feel awesome about it. Let's see how the team reacts. Like, I feel like this is going to be the best week we've all had this year because of this episode. Like, we're all going to be like, whoa, which this episode will be coming out because today is the 6th. So this episode comes out the 14th, October 14th. So we're getting close to Halloween. We're feeling good. October fall's here. We're in fall. We're in October. We're in baseball playoffs. We're in the pennant. Guys, how about that? If it's you're listening to this episode, that means we're down to the final 4 teams of baseball. That's exciting. And my prediction is, how about this? I'll say it right now. Dodgers versus Braves. Houston versus Yankees. That's what we're looking at right now. I mean, that's not a hard guess. It's already almost going to be that. But that's what we're looking at right now, and we're down to the final 4. So we got to think, that's how we should think going into this week. It's the final 4. Have your mind right. No distractions. Recycle. You know what I mean? Respect someone you don't like because of what their work ethic is or what they do. Remember that? So, again, I love this. This is awesome. This is the Takeover 8. All right. Thank you for listening. Keep leaving those 5-star reviews. I love you guys. Make sure you check out the Patreon. I do have the Patreon where there's a tier now. I've edited it. You can get 1 additional episode a month, or you could just contribute to the podcast if you want. You check out the tiers. It's on patreon.com/thetakeoverpod. So I appreciate it. And thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoy it. We're still working with some graphics and stuff, so that's exciting. There's a lot of fun things coming out there. But again, thank you guys so much for participating. And I love you guys as my teammates, okay? I love you guys as I love coaching you guys. I do. I love it. You know what I mean? Maybe one day I'll get to coach my kids. Until then, I'm coaching you guys, okay? So let's do it. Let's do it. Fist pump right here, baby. Give me your fist. There we go.